Hello and welcome in, you beautiful souls. This is a timeless Buck Moon Oracle reading for the collective. And as always, take what resonates and leave the rest behind for whoever it's meant for. The reason I chose this particular spread today is because of the strong moon energy that is present in the cards. And with the Buck Moon energy surrounding us, um, it felt like the perfect time to see what message wanted to come through. So let's begin. The first card that we have is the lunar blessing. The moon guards your tender heart. Feel freely. This card, it feels like a reminder that sensitivity is not a weakness. And some of you may have been questioning your emotions lately or wondering if you're being too soft or too caring or too affected by what is happening around you. So the message here ultimately is that your heart is not a burden. It's one of your greatest gifts, you guys. And the buck moon, it often represents growth and maturity and stepping into a stronger version of yourself. And what's interesting is that this card, it reminds us that the strength doesn't always look like being tough, right? Sometimes strength, it looks like allowing yourself to feel and process and heal. Um, if emotions have been surfacing lately, allow them to move through you rather than pushing them away. Um, anyways, the next card, I went to the ancestors for this one, is the Moonlit Messenger. And the message on it is a gentle message arrives in stillness. Listen closely. I absolutely love this card. And I love it paired with the lunar blessing, even though I intentionally pick these cards. I was going to say pull, but I didn't pull it. Anyways, I just wanted a basis to start off this reading. And honestly, these two cards paired together, it feels like guidance is arriving in subtle ways. Um, you may notice reoccurring thoughts or dreams or synchronicities or songs, conversations, feathers, numbers, or like sudden moments of clarity. Um, this isn't the energy of a loud announcement. It kind of feels like a whisper. Um, your guides and your ancestors or higher self may be trying to communicate with you, but the message, it really comes most clearly when you slow down enough to hear it. And you've been asking for answers. Try creating a little more space for stillness. Um, the message may already be on its way, and you know, you have to be still for a little bit for it to come in. Anyways, I'm gonna move on to a different deck, and the first card that I got was promotion. And for many of you, this feels less about a job promotion and more about an energetic promotion, a leveling up, a movement into a higher version of yourselves, right? And you guys, you've learned the lessons, you've done the healing work, and you've continued moving forward even when things felt really uncertain. And this ladder on this card, it suggests progress, really step by step. Um, you may not always notice how far you've climbed until you stop and look back and see where you started and where you are, right? Um, next card is victory. And this card, my friends, this is a beautiful, beautiful confirmation. And it's something you've been working toward. It's moving in a positive direction. This victory, it may be external, but for many of you, it feels internal, right? So perhaps you've finally released a fear. Perhaps you've broken a pattern, or you've chosen yourself in a situation where you once would have abandoned your own needs, right? Um, don't underestimate the internal victories. They often they create the biggest transformations. So, anyways, next we have a threshold, and it's represented by a door. Um, and this card immediately, it tells me that many of you are standing between chapters, and one chapter is ending and another one is beginning. Um, you may not fully be through the doorway yet, uh, but you're close enough to see it, right? So sometimes oh my God, crossing a threshold, um, it requires trust, right? The old path, it may no longer feel comfortable, but the new path hasn't fully revealed itself either. So this card, it's simply just telling you to keep moving and that the door is open. So, anyways, next card, recognition. And for some, this may be literal recognition from others. For others, it feels like self recognition. But all in all, finally, you're seeing your own worth, right? Finally, you're acknowledging your own gifts and giving yourself credit for everything that you have overcome. Um, and you know what? This card, it reminds you that you don't need permission to recognize your own value, really. You don't need someone else's approval either to simply know who you are, right? And that's that. Next card, discovery. Um, and you know what? This card here feels like a perfect follow up to the threshold, because you don't need to see the entire road ahead. And this lantern on this card, it's only illuminating the next few steps, and that's enough. Right? So, like many people, they delay their dreams because they want certainty, right? But this card, it's really reminding us that clarity often arrives through movement, and you discover the path by walking it, not by waiting for every answer first. The overall energy is synchronicity, right? So pay attention. Honestly, this discarded suggests that things are aligning behind the scenes, and meaningful coincidences may become more noticeable. You honestly, you may encounter repeating numbers or repeated themes or repeated conversations or unexpected confirmations. Uh, when synchronicity appears, it's often a sign that you're moving in harmony with your path, right? The universe has a funny way of nudging us exactly where we need to go. So, anyways, I pulled a little synchronicity card because what would be a reading without my little synchronicity cards, um, from the Universe Whispers deck? And what I got was the squirrel. Um, so, a squirrel is a reminder to prepare, stay resourceful, and find joy in the present moment. I love squirrels. They're so funny. So if you see a squirrel around you and it makes you laugh because it's being silly, um, or it doesn't make you laugh, it doesn't matter. It's still a synchronicity for you. It's a little bit of a confirmation or validation or whatever you may want to take it as. If it's a well, I don't want to say a dead squirrel, but I mean, if you see one, or if you see like an image of one, hopefully not a dead one, but anyways, um take that as confirmation. But in anywho, You know what? I love this as the closing message. I really do. The squirrel, it doesn't spend all of its time worrying about the future. It prepares, but it also enjoys the present. And this card right here, it asks you to trust your ability to handle what's ahead. You're more resourceful than you really truly realize. You have the wisdom, or more wisdom than you give yourself credit for. Um, and you know what? While you're preparing for the future, and it's important to don't forget to enjoy the season you're currently living in. So, with that all said, I pulled some initial cards for you guys just to give an additional little confirmation to somebody who may need it. Um, these cards, they may represent your initials, someone connected to you, a place, or simply serve as a confirmation for a few people listening, as I already said that. But anyways, the first card is C for celebrate, or Celeste. Celeste came to mind. Z or Z for zigzag, and I don't have a Z name. Zara. Zara? Um, anyways, so next one, A for abundance. Y for your time. F for flow. B for begin. E for explore. And U for unfold. Um, Congratulations, you're the winners. Kidding. Anyways, um, so just to get back to it, or to wrap things up, you guys, the over message, the overall message. Why can't I speak for the love of God? Of this buck moon reading. It's beautiful. I swear to God, I am not drunk or high or anything of the sorts. I'm just, my mind is racing. But anyways, the overall message for this buck moon is what I'm trying to say. For the reading, it's actually truly beautiful. It's a gentle message that is arriving. Um, you're approaching this threshold, and recognition and victory are closer than you appear, really. Trust your signs, trust in divine timing. And I can't stress that enough. Trust in divine timing. And most importantly, trust yourself. Um, thank you from the bottom of my heart for spending this time with me. If this message resonated, please help a girl out. Feel free to like, subscribe, or leave a comment, sharing what stood out for you, I guess. Um, I want to, again, thank you. Thank you so much for clicking and staying and listening. And I hope you're having the most beautiful day or night wherever you are in this world. So until next time, my friends, take care of yourselves and keep shining your light, you guys. Keep shining light. Bye bye.